Alright, this guitar log is going to be a little different than the past, I don't know how many, 10. It's not going to be a live stream. Obviously this is not a live stream. I think it's obvious. So this is going to be about the Cheers method. And this is going to be a bit of a time-lapse thing. So I'm going to be fast-forwarding through the lengthy guitar practice. What is Cheers method? It is a high-volume training approach to drilling the ever-living shit out of something. So, past, I think, what is this, day 7? I think this might be day 7 of working on what is up on the screen right now. It looks a little bit different because, well, I got different things going on my screens right now. So anyhow, basically the idea I came up with, and it's, well, other people have done stuff like this before, but I'm going to play this at a tempo that's pushing myself a little bit, but not so much that I can't control it. And I'm going to play it for about 20 minutes straight. Give or take some minutes there. I basically try to take as little breaks as possible. And in order to combat the boredom that is absolutely going to set in, well, what I originally did was I was watching Cheers. And I just put on Cheers. So I just called it, hey, it's the Cheers method. So basically putting on some kind of mindless show you don't have to really pay attention to. It doesn't have to be completely mindless, but basically you can't detract too much from what you're doing. But you got to have some kind of concentration on what's happening here. But you definitely need to know the piece well enough that you can kind of zone out and then just keep doing it again and again and again and again. So it's a great idea for pinpointing or troubleshooting stuff that you're sucking at. So I'm getting things ready here as I'm talking. So I'm going to just test something first. Make sure I can still do this at 120 okay. Maybe I should do it a little bit slower. Whoops. Well, fucked up that note. Okay, so yesterday I got this to 165. It was very, very difficult for me. I had to do some serious concentration there. Normally I would say if you get something like 165, maybe back it down like 145 or 125 and just drill the hell out of it there. But because this thing is causing me such fits in the brain, I'm going to have to do it slower. I'm going to do it at 100 because it's still taking a decent amount of concentration there. And I'm going to be repeating the hell out of this. So if you use this method, you're going to have to use your own judgment on how fast you should be going. Because you got to be able to control it and be able to do it for a long period of time. So I've been watching, we're going through all the South Park episodes on Hulu recently. So that's what I'm going to put on. And yeah, here we go with some very time compressed stuff. So at this point, I don't know if the wrist brace is causing my hand to tire out sooner or whatnot. But so yeah, started at 100. I think I'm going to go up to 110 now and see how that goes. And if you're wondering how come you're not going up by 5s like you always preach, this is not a speed drill. This is a big time endurance drill. So yeah, I'm taking some different approach here. So that's why. And if this goes well after the next several minutes, I'll see about going back up to 120. All right, back to the speed.
I'm going to play a song by a local artist that really made me think about it.
Alright, so I think 110 is going pretty well. Hands definitely got to that point where it stiffened up. I'm wanting to cramp up a little bit there. So, that's beginning to make it more challenging. And I really don't feel like pushing through it too much right now. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot of good for what I'm doing. So, shake it down a bit and let's try 120. Yeah. For some reason this really helps. And it feels kind of funny. But man, is it loosen shit up. Well, I'm got 10 minutes left of the video that I'm watching. So 120 is feeling okay. It definitely feels like it's closer to pushing my mental limit with it. I'm not going to try going any faster yet. The left hand getting a bit fatigued there. The right hand is getting fatigued. The old thumb muscle there. Just trying to control where the pick is and all that. So, yeah, you'll definitely get some fatigue doing this. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it right now. Just gotta loosen back up and try and keep going. So, yeah. Alright, right to the end there. Taking the wrist support off because it felt like it was restricting blood flow to my hand a bit too much there for a bit. So, just because I'm curious. So again, 165, that's the tempo I capped out at yesterday. I'm curious if I can just do it now that I've done all that. I do not recommend doing this practice approach a whole heck of a lot. It is extremely fucking boring, especially to do it multiple days in a row. I only do this for like plateau breaking stuff. If I feel like I'm having too much struggle getting something up to speed, then I'll do this. I used to beat into the ground the going up by 5 beat per minute more than I should have, I think, before implementing other ideas in order to push speed and accuracy and all that. So I still think that's the most effective way, going up by 5s. Just going up by 5s, start at 60, go up by 5s. If you're trying to build your speed up with something, start at 60, go up by 5s. Start at 60, go up by 5s if you're trying to build speed. I keep saying it because, some people still don't get it. will try it a little bit, and then they start at a different tempo. But no, always start at 60. I do. And I tell my students to do the same. Always start at 60 no matter what it is you are working on if you are trying to build speed. So, because I've been recording this for just over 30 minutes, I want to wrap up my practice session. So I'm just going to see what happens at 165. I'm going to play at half speed a few times and see how it goes. That was better than yesterday. Easily. Alright, here goes 170 then. That was kind of shitty. Should have just left it at 165. Alright, well, I gotta get a good take then. Alright, let's half time it then. Okay, 170, that's it. And because I got a little faster, I'm going to go ahead and mark that in my notes here. But I definitely feel more control over it already. So that's part of one of the benefits of doing that approach. You can gain a hell of a lot of control. Hell of a lot of control. But yeah, I don't recommend doing it too often. You might go nuts. Remember, we gotta have a balance in how we practice and what we practice. Now let's finish talking about this. Now I don't know if wow, I'm just butchering my words here. Basically, if you're the type of student who only does what your guitar teacher gives you and nothing else, we all appreciate that level of dedication. However, if you do only exercises and the stuff you're given in lessons and whatnot, and you ignore or neglect other things that are important to you in learning music, learning guitar, whatever, you're gonna run into problems mentally. You might get frustrated and burnt out eventually, even though you may continue to progress skill-wise and technique-wise. You got to make this fun too. Sometimes you'll have exercises you really enjoy. Other times you have to deal with crap you don't really want to play in order to be able to play the stuff that you want to do. So what I'm getting at, what I probably should have said it right away, is keep the balance. Got to keep the balance. Make sure you still play things you care about. Make sure you still play things you have fun with. Do the work that you're given first. Get it out the way. Do the shit you gotta do first, right? Do your exercises. Run through them the way you're supposed to. And then once that's done, go do something else. Go have fun with it. If it's all work all the time, and it starts to feel more and more like work, you will be less likely to continue playing the instrument you want to get good at. So, again, just do the bare minimum work at least. Obviously, at least, it's the bare minimum. Just put in the necessary work with the exercises or whatever you're given, and then move on to what you enjoy playing even more. Keep the balance. You've got to keep a balance with this stuff, or else you will burn out, and you might lose passion for it. Keep the balance. One of these days, I'll have the camera pointing at the screen. It's fucking weird looking at the camera directly versus looking at the screen where I'm at, so I can see myself doing things like this. That was stupid. Why did I do that? I think this video is done.